Hey, greetings everybody. Larry here. I'll be your host on Larry's Fountain Pens. Peace, love. Today's talking about the PenBBS fountain pen. And the pen that we're going to be talking about is called the...
Sand Taupe.
And it is a fine steel nib. So, enough of me, and let's focus on the pen, okay? Down to the pen we go. It really is a nice, pleasant, soft color. For me, I would say it's more of a settled color, but it's nice. And I do like the trim work on the PenBBS. They do come out with some really nice, good-looking pens at an affordable price. On this beautiful center band, they have engraved with PenBBS, and of course, their logo and the number 266, which represents this pen. And then the clip. The clip is a sturdy clip, and it will, and it should be secure if you have a pocket or wherever you're going to post it, okay? So that's cool. And more of a cigar-shaped fountain pen, and it's got the little silver trim that is attached to the clip, but the clip is kind of a cool looking because the clip looks like a sword, wouldn't you say? The end of it like a sword.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it reminds me of, and that's kind of a cool feature on this pen. If you're in details, and if you're in, for knights and back day in the castles, that's what this pen kind of reminds me of. Nice looking pen. It's not a flashy pen, but it's a nice looking pen. The body and the cap is a transparent resin. And it does come with a converter, and we'll get into that in a minute. You can also replace the converter with a Parker converter as well. And this pen, for all you eyedropper people out there, is and can be used as a eyedropper. It can. Just make sure you use a silicone grease when you do that, of course. So let's get to the dimensions, and then we'll open the pen up and we'll take a trip inside of the pen. All right. The total length of the pen is 145 millimeters, and the cap length is going to be 65 millimeters, and the cap diameter is going to be 15.3 millimeters with the barrel diameter about 13.5 mils. Now the weight of this pen, uninked, is going to be 20 to 20.7 Gs. Okay, so that's about the pen. Let's unscrew the cap, and it does post securely. Okay, it fits very well in the hand. It really does. It's got a nice grip. The grip is not a small or large, but it's adequate for large fingers. And if you have to hold the pen up here, there's nothing that's going to be annoying or uncomfortable for long writing sessions. So this pen does deliver when you write long writing sessions. And what's cool about this pen is PenBBS pays a lot of detail to their nibs. And I do like the way they have their nibs detailed. And it does have PenBBS on here with the since 2005, and it has F for fine, and again it has China. So if my eyes don't deceive me, these are Chinese made pens. And let's unscrew the barrel, and I do have it inked up. And I'm using the cross black ink in it. So can you see that nib real good? Do I need to clean it off a little bit? Really a really good looking nib. Really a nice looking fountain pen. No, it's not a flashy, but it's a cool pen. Screw this back on. But remember to put some silicone grease if you're going to use it for an eyedropper, okay? I don't usually do eyedroppers. Why? Well, if you keep up with my video, I like to change things out a lot. So, let's go ahead and do a writing sample. What do you say? All right, my friends. This is always the most important part for my videos. How well does a pen write? So, we shall get that going here. All righty, we're just about ready here. All right, and then I'm going to write the quote for the day, and then let Mr. Announcer read the quote to y'all. Yay! All right, here we go. And the quote. Of the Shore. And that's by William Faulkner. And I will let Mr. Announcer do the honors to read.
You cannot swim for new horizons until you have courage to lose sight of the shore. William Faulkner.
Thank you, sir. And now we'll get back to some writing. And you do see here, there are a few skips. I did have to make the pen a little bit wetter because it was kind of dry and skipping. But for the most part, I did make it a bit wetter. So, and also checking my ink level. That could be another factor why it made a bit of skipping there. So let me make sure that it is inked up well enough. And then we'll give it another test here. I've had really no issues with it, and I have had a here and there skip. And there, after I made sure that I primed up that feed, it writes a bit better. But there you still see a few skips. And I will have to do some work on the nib and check out the feed. But overall, it has performed decently. It's not a bad pen. I do have some other PenBBSs that I will be sharing with you in a later date that really write really fine. This is a fine nib, and it does what it needs to do. Ah, yes, I didn't forget. Reverse writing, because there's people that like to do reverse. Let's do that. Okay, reverse writing. And it looks like we're not getting much. We'll try it again. As you can see, it starts fading out after a bit. Well, there you have it. That's going to be the best this pen's going to do on reverse writing. So, it could have some flow issues that I'm seeing here with the pen. And, I'm not going to edit that out. I want to show you firsthand, what could happen at times when you're writing with any fountain pen. And let's say you're going to do some reverse writing or just any kind of writing. You could have any kind of issue that could pop up suddenly, and you're going like, what's going on with my pen? Well, that doesn't mean your pen's a bad pen. It means your pen is telling you, I need some help. I'm sick. Fix me. And there's ways to help your pen get better. You want to check your nib, make sure it's clean, check the feed, make sure it's clean. Might want to switch out inks. Might need to make your nib a bit wetter. Just a few of those things to kind of help you maybe give some thought how to help correct these problems. Well, that's going to do it, my friend, but I assure you I will work on this pen and give it a little TLC. It's a really nice pen. It has been a decent writer. Not the greatest writer, but it has been a okay writer. So, hey, thanks for joining me today on Larry's Fountain Pens. And be safe, my friends. And remember, don't text and don't drive. God bless each and every one. Bye-bye.